Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 17 of my PySimpleGUI lessons. In today's video, we're going to be catching key and value pairs from events. So first, let's explain what a dictionary is. So let's give it a. Dictionaries are made using these curly brackets, and then inside they come in pairs. The first one is called the key. So let's name it A, and then using this colon, we can connect them, and let's say this is 1. So in this, the A is the key and 1 is the value. We can have a bunch of these pairs by using commas to separate them. We can have a B equivalent to 2, and then a C, 3. Okay, now there are 3 pairs inside this dictionary. Now, in order to separate each pair, we can use a for loop. Like for example, for K, which stands for key, in A is this whole dictionary because it's the variable that's assigned. We can print K. Okay, so when we print K, we'll notice ABC. ABC are the keys for each of the pairs. So that shows when we use a loop for A, this only shows the key. Another way of finding the key is by using for key in a.keys. And then if we print K the same way, we can, okay, and if we do this, then we will get the exact same results, ABC, which is the keys A, B, C here. And then if we don't want to find the keys, but instead the values 1, 2, 3, then we can use another for loop. We can do for v for values in a.values. And then like this, we print v. When we print v and we run it, it'll show 1, 2, 3 because we specifically tried to find the values. So it's 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, if you want to find the whole thing, then we can use another for loop, like for example, for kv, for the key and the value, in a.items. This way, when we print kv, then we will be printing the whole item. And when we print it, you can see how they're connected. A1, B2, and C3, they're connected by using a tuple. And lastly, we can split K and V into 2 separate variables. We can do for K, comma V, in a.items. Let's get rid of the last one. Okay, and this, we can print K and V and separate them with a colon. So this way, when we run it, it'll be A, colon 1, B, colon 2, 3, colon 3, C, colon 3, like so. Alright, now that we understand what dictionaries are, let's go on to today's video. We can import PySimpleGUI as SG, and then let's make a dictionary of people and their preferred languages. These are all made up, by the way. So there's Alice, who likes Python. There's Bob, who likes Java. There's Charles, who likes C++. And there's David, who likes HTML. So that's a dictionary, but we need to turn that into a list. To do that, we can do for I in dict, short for dictionary, which is this variable right here, also known as this whole dictionary. And we can add I, which is this variable, to this list. And as we know from fk and for k and a, we will know this only gives the keys. So Alice, Bob, Charles, and David. let's make sure. Let's print the list after the whole for loop is done. Let's print print the list and run it. So now in the list there is Alice, Bob, Charles, and David, which are the keys for this dictionary. And then let's make the layout for the window. In this layout, there can be LB, and then it will say list because you can only use lists. If you try to use the dictionary, you can't interact with it. And key equals, let's call it LB. And we give this a size 36. That should be big enough. And we enable events. So whenever one of these names are clicked, an event will pop up. Alright, okay, we still need a second line. sg.key for text, and then we say preferred language. And we can give an input text element with the key language, lang short for language, and we can give it a width of 25. Alright, after this, window equals sg.window, and let's give it a different name, favorites. And the layout, while true, event values equals window.read, and we can print the event and values, and if event equals none, then we break, and we close the window at the end. Okay, so let's run this to make sure the formatting and stuff is good. Alright, so now there's these. So when we click them, this gets printed, which is the event and values. Now obviously LB is the event because the key is LB when you click this for the LB, and this whole dictionary can be the values. So if the values is this whole thing, then we need to find a way to isolate the names that we chose, because this isn't what we need. So we can go ahead and make an event. If event is LB, so this, because every single event is that. And if event is this, then we should update this to say these people's preferred languages. So we can update this window language lang for the key here, lang dot update. Now let's think about how we can get this out. So in order to get this, we need to first isolate this first item inside this dictionary, and then select the value for this key. So we can do that by first, let's go from the inside out. So let's say we first find the values of LB. So values of LB is values of LB would be this, the value here, and then since this is in a list, we need to turn it into a string. And since there's only one term in this string, in this list, and we need to turn it into a string, we can simply just add square brackets and 0, since this is seen as the 0th term inside this list. And then this thing isolates the name. Now we need to turn the name into their preferred languages. Since this is the key and we turn it into the value, we can simply write the dictionary name. So for this we wrote dict, and then use square brackets to cover this whole thing up. And now this represents the key, which is Alice, Bob, Charles, or David in the string, just like it is in this dictionary, and we will get Python, Java, C++, or HTML as the result. So let's run this again and try it out. So let's go up. So when we click Alice, Python will pop up. Yep, so Python pops up here. And then when we click Bob, Java pops up. Charles is C++ and David is HTML. Yes, so this works. Alright, that concludes lesson 17 of my PySimpleGUI course. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And remember, from novice to pro, work for tuition helps you grow.